So I've been talking for a pretty good long while with the audio off, so welcome aboard if you're watching on YouTube. I said some good stuff, but now I don't need to repeat it because it's echoing in the ether. Welcome aboard if the algorithm dropped you off. It's Greg and Looney for Sunday Self-Care Yoga. We're simulcasting from the Bay Area. This is called Yoga for Everybody. If you're brand new, the algorithm just dropped you off. This is yoga for people that are generally kind of 50 plus minus. I turned 50 recently, and I'm enjoying taking 1 or 2 days a week to do restorative well-being yoga. Today we'll be going for about 40-50 minutes of restorative and yin yoga so that the week ahead is productive, harmonious, and peaceful. Anyway, close your eyes for a moment. There's no rush, no place else we need to get. If you came primarily to see my big, furry, 20-pound puma cat, he should be in at some point. If you're watching this live, that's great. We have a growing group of subscribers who like to watch live, but also as a resource, I hope that you'll think there's over 1,000 videos of various sorts on upward spiral yoga, this particular channel. You can visit them anytime. There's meditation, there's Dharma talks, there's yin yoga, there's active yoga, there's you name it. Okay, let's chant Om together. Nice big inhale. A great spiritual master once commented that we're much more vibrational creatures than physical creatures. Of course, we're physical, that's obvious, but it's not so obvious that we're vibrational creatures. And each one of us is vibrating at a different frequency, and yoga helps to make the frequency more aligned, more in tune with the music of the spheres, the sound of Om. Looney, kitty, 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 kitty. Okay. Head, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have so much to do today that I'm carving out a little time to take care of myself and my friends with some movement. 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Now relax your head down. Stop thinking. Less thinking. Thinking is a wonderful faculty, but it's probably overused and overrated by humans. Okay, I got my hands on my knees, going to do my shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Today's my sister's birthday, and big family gathering, everybody. And it's also the 1-year anniversary of the passing of my other sister, so lots going on, pots stirred, other way, logistically, physically, familially, emotionally, energetically. Thank God we can do yoga. 6, 7, 8. Okay, up you go. By the way, if my room is looking disheveled and messy, it is. I'm doing a lot of production work and always upgrading my room for my music and my drums and my piano and my guitar and my music production and my yoga production and my meditation classes and my YouTube channel and my uh, cat trees and my cameras and my microphones and my mixers. So you can see why I do yoga. Good, one more. Great YouTube turnout today. Good to see everybody. And poof. Okay. Now, I know sitting forward when your legs are crossed can be very challenging. Today, it's not the size of the pose that matters. It's the size. It's not S-I-Z-E. It's S-I-G-H-S. So size doesn't matter. Size do. Little gentle forward fold. Today we spend time in poses. We give the tincture of time. We humans are so prone to think bigger, better, larger, more amps, more power, more horsepower. There's great power in stillness. Good. All right. We don't need to overdo the joint juice. We do want to get to the restorative, right? So take your pause, this shape. If your hands don't lean, I completely understand. You may not be able to come forward enough to get your hands down. Just take your hands, put them behind you and lean back into them and drop your chin. That's a perfect, I'll do it. I'll do it with you. Just going to lean back into my wrists in dorsiflexion. That means external rotation, thumbs on the outside, little fingers on the inside. Sufficient. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake it off, shake it out, shake it up. Boy, the year really compresses at the end, doesn't it? Days get short, so many things to get done, all these holidays, traffic, family, good time of the year for yoga. Weather changes, gets colder, just yoga keeps our joints oiled, our insulation strong, our mental reservoir of peace active. Cup your hands at your heart, be holy, sacred, and grateful for a moment. Everything is always working out for us. Good. Now, I want to tune us in vibrationally. It's like we're kind of like radio receivers. And back in the days, you guys are probably too young to remember, but there was a slider in your car and it would slide across the dial and you could fine tune into the channel. But if we weren't fine tuned, the music was scratchy. We had to listen to stuff that we didn't like. We were subjected to country music when what we really liked was classical music, or vice versa for my friends that like country music. Anyway, chanting is a good way to tune in. Nice inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all beings everywhere, especially the people that annoy antagonize and aggravate me. It's a hard prayer, isn't it? Got to start somewhere. Okay, now we move into restorative and yin yoga. Yay. That's enough warm up. Am I really drinking coffee in my class live on the air? Yes, I am. Don't judge me. You can't judge me more than I'm already judging myself. You can absolutely trust me on that. That's the way some people guard against being judged by others, is they just beat the shit out of themselves a lot. But we're just going to stop doing that, because that's just stinking thinking, and we can just stop it. All right. Now, goodness, new equipment, yoga blocks, all that digging to get to a yoga blanket. Now, I've talked a lot about the difference between a yoga blanket and just a regular blanket. They're exactly the same, except a yoga blanket costs 3 times more, and especially when you get them at Whole Foods. So if you're new and you're just getting into yoga, try to get all of your yoga gear from Whole Foods, because you might as well spend 3 times more than you need to. Now, why do I have a yoga blanket? Because it's going to go underneath our neck. We're going to lay on our back and just do some yummy, take our time, feel good yoga. But it's essential, crucial, necessary, required by me, the teacher, that you have a banky underneath your neck. So now, this is actually a yoga pose right here. This is called corpse pose, just laying on my back. I'm radically and wildly tempted to just do this right now, but I want to do some yoga with my friends that's a little more involved. So I'm just going to bring my right knee in. When I bring my right knee in, my spine shortens, my head lifts a little bit. That's why the blanket underneath my head is splendid. It's a capital idea for your head. Just grabbing my knee, taking it around in a circle, going to open up my acetabulum, my hip joint. Other way. Now, this takes time and patience and a willingness to engage in self-care. Some people don't have time for this. I just watched a biopic on Steve Jobs. He was not so much into self-care, but he changed the world, that's for sure. Okay, now lift up your head. If you're not very bendy, if you're crispy in Cleveland, just holding your knee in is fine. If you're a slightly bendier person, I want you to bring your right elbow over your left knee. If you're a very bendy person, move your knee to the midline, lift up higher, take your left elbow over. I'm not going there today. I'm just going to go right elbow over. My spine shortens, my neck is supported, and I'm just going to, what did 38 Special say in 1980? I'm just going to hold on loosely, but I'm never going to let go. Because if you hang on tightly, you're going to lose control. Good old 38 Special. Now, if you're brand new doing yoga for the first time, it's like, really? We just get to lay here and relax and settle in and let layer after layer of my body, mind, soul, and spirit relax and come into alignment, thus producing peace, serenity, bliss, and cosmic ecstasy? Yeah, that's what we're doing. If it's boring, boring is a very high state. Most people can't deal with boredom. They'll reach for the iPad, their iMac, their iPhone, their ice cream, their something to distract them. Okay, now this is where we really need the blanket. I'm going to shift my booty over to the right. Right knee is in. This comes over. This is a staple of yin restorative yoga. Just getting, now my right shoulder lifted. I don't expect your right shoulder to go down on one side and right knee, you'd have to be enormously bendy. So let your right shoulder lift, please. I'm always yelling at my students with love and compassion. Anyway, we're going to do a side twist or on our back twist for 2 minutes. I need it. Don't judge me. Tired. After I relax a little bit, I shift my body over a little, get my knee down a little further. My right shoulder relaxes. Now my right hand comes down over here on the side, but I have not forced it. Some people really like to force things. You know people like that. They're always trying to gather all their human leverage and force what they want on other people. But other people don't like that. So they use their leverage to force back. And then it becomes a force battle. And generally, nobody wins that. Even the so-called winner, it's a Pyrrhic victory. Let's get into some win-win. We could really use that. So in a minute, my body has opened up probably 10 degrees more into the twist. Yesterday, I played golf with a 20-something and a 17-year-old, but very talented golfers, really good. And like high school and college golfers, and boy, did they have range of motion. It's like, I've got range of motion and a lot of it for my age group, but man, oh man, to see that talent and springiness. So it's a beautiful thing. We can have as much as we can maintain and grow. Do you see how important it is to have the blanket underneath your head? I'm sure that you do. Okay, my right shoulder is almost all the way down. It took 2 minutes. Sometimes things in life take like 2 minutes. Some of the great pleasures of life should take longer than 2 minutes. Just saying. Yoga, for example. When you're eating a really good custom-made meal, something that a great chef has made for you, do you try to eat it as fast as possible? Chew really quick, put extra bites in your mouth, swallow everything really fast? Generally not, unless you're starving to death. Generally, you don't go to a nice French restaurant in Berkeley if you're starving. Okay, big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. Now inhale the knee back up. Now my bum is way over to the right, so I'm going to slide my hips back to the middle. Now, my right knee is still in. I'm just taking my right knee out to the side like this. See that? You might not, this may not work for you. If your knee might come to here and you're like, oh crap, put a big blanket over here. But if you can, keep the knee all the way in. And again, your knee can be up. It probably is. If you're crispy in Cleveland, desperate in Dallas, atrophied in Atlanta, not so bendy in Baltimore, you can have a pillow underneath your right knee. Now, some people just flipping channels on YouTube could say, wow, that's not yoga, and how wrong they are. It's amazing how wrong you can be when you think you're right. This is a time-honored genius brand of yoga called Yin Restorative, and only really smart people do it. So if you think you don't need it or you're not doing it, just remember this is for the really smart people. So you could change your mind. Yoga could change your mind. Okay, this knee comes back up. Stretch out my right leg. Move over to the left side of my mat. Grab my left knee. Brings it in. Take it around in a circle. Say something spiritual like, oh, ah. That's always the most spiritual language. Other way. Ooh. Good, now I'm just going to hang on for a moment. Now, if you're bendier than average bear, you can lift up head, neck, and shoulder. When you do, when you lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, your knee will come in further. It's science. Now, left elbow over. If you're very bendy, right elbow over. That ain't happening for me today. I'm not built that way. My knees don't move into the midline of my body like some people. Good, we're going to do 38 special and just hang on loosely, but don't let go. Because if you hang on tightly, you're going to lose control. Now, after a minute, hip starts to relax, back releases, lower back softens, shoulders drop, neck gets longer, chin relaxes, facial muscles soften, parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, blood pressure drops, breathing regulates, endogenous morphins release, ecstasy ensues. That's all. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay, I'm lifting my head so I can see it. I'm taking this left knee. So whoop all the way over. Note left shoulder lifts. Moving the blanket so it supports my head. My head and neck are in line with my spine, not hanging. Left shoulder's up, gonna give that some time. Right hand pinning knee down. This is why doing this on a soft surface or your bed. I invite you into your bed if you want. 2-3 minutes. Stop thinking. Okay, it's taken a minute and a half just to get my left hand down over on the back. Left elbow comes down. Breathing gets longer. We're really taking our time now, aren't we? We only have like a couple more poses, but those will take up the bulk of the rest of the class. We're not in a hurry. It's so important to get us out of that being in a hurry that we're behind, need to catch up mode. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. We're probably not behind schedule. There is no substitute for this slow, patient sort of yin restorative yoga. Of course, it's not the only thing we do to heal. There's a virtually unlimited number of modalities and therapies, many of which are fast and quick and active. And that's great stuff, man. We love that stuff. But there's no substitute for getting your body in these mystical, magical yoga prayers and poses, and then letting them have their way with you. Left shoulder's made it all the way down. That means I've turned 180 degrees from my knee to my shoulder. Some people can turn a lot more than that, man. Let me tell you, but we're not concerned what other people can do. It's interesting, but what's fascinating and compelling is what you can do with your body. This also gets out stiffness and soreness. If you're older than 50, you know what it's like to be sore and to be kind of achy. And that's, there's always going to be some of that. But in comparison, we could relieve so much of that. And if nothing else, turn it into the good sore, which is sort of feels kind of good. Okay, my friends, inhale the knee back up. So glad I did this today. Now, I'm shifting my high knee over to the right a little. Now, put the blanket underneath your knee. Extend out your right leg. Just let the knee drop open. If you can, bring the knee in so the thigh bone's at a 90-degree angle and the left knee's at a 90-degree angle. You can hang on to it if you want. I'm going to put my right hand on top of my right hip just to encourage that side to stay down. Now we could do this pose with both legs at the same time, and in one class in the future we will. This is fine for now. Most people can't do this. Big inhale. Exhale, relax, get flat. Okay. Stretch out that leg and we'll sit up and we'll get ready for our long concluding sequence. Okay. Great YouTube turnout. Good to see you all. All continents are represented except for Antarctica. Now, I'm not embarrassed to admit that for the next sequence, I'm bolstering up. Have you ever heard the term lawyering up? Business partners get into a big argument and they say, better lawyer up, right? Just watched a Steve Jobs biopic, so there's a lot of that. Anyway, I'm putting a lot of stuff behind me. That's not only physical, it's also psychological. I'm putting a lot of stuff behind me that I don't need anymore. Okay, now, I just want to stretch my wrists the other way. So in, out, in. This doesn't seem like wrists, does it? But when you put your hands behind your back, you put handcuffs on, inside joke. Then once your wrists go in backwards like this, drop your chin and touch your elbows together. Stop thinking. It opens up the floodgates of peace. First peace, and then peace is the portal to fulfillment, joy, serenity, and then that's the portal to bliss, love, joy, and ecstasy. It's a nice progression. Okay, good. Okay, here's the most crucial sequence, and it's why I'm doing this on the softer surface. It's why you could be in bed right now, but I'm gonna take my right knee and shift it over here. That's all. Now I understand this is a complex, weird position for old, stiff people older than 50. It's like, it's nothing if you're a kid, but shin folded under, knee out to the side. If you're very tight, just kind of lean over here, maybe put a big beanbag chair or fluffy and just let all this stiff material start to open up. But the reason I put something behind me is I'm just going to lean back, okay? Now, if I wanted to force it, I could lean all the way back, but I'm just going to take my time. And as I relax more and more, I'm going to start removing stuff from behind me. But I'm not here to enthrall or impress the world anymore with I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to impress upon you that you can get healthier, happier, more resilient in your body. What difference does it make what I can do other than my ability to express and communicate things that you can do that help you feel better? Yeah. So there. Take that, rest of the world. Okay, now I've already relaxed enough that that's too much behind me. I want to err on the side of too much rather than too little. Ah, that's perfect for me. That's just right. I've hit that spot. Next time you're hanging out with your friends, your circle, that are older than 40, 50, 60, grandparents, people that are 60, 70, and 80, ask them to fold a shin under, knee out to the side, ask them to lean all the way back. Watch them refuse to do it, okay? Then you show them how it's done. They'll be inspired, and then they'll probably still not do yoga, but the seed will have been planted. Might be 3, 4 more lifetimes, and then they'll start. If you're doing yoga in this lifetime, you definitely did it in a previous lifetime. My right hip is dropping, lower back relaxing, shoulders releasing, knee creasing, ankle opening, hip flexor happening, breath slowing, vagus nerve activating, parasympathetic on. Now I teach Bay Area yoga. I've got a lot of Bay Area bendies. Got a lot of friends that can lean all the way back, arms over their head. My specialty, I would say, is, if I have one, is just to describe a lot of options. Some yoga teacher, their specialty is their ability to do it. They can demonstrate it. But many of those can't really express it or communicate it. That's another skill set. I've been in countless yoga classes with incredibly physically skilled yoga teachers. They can do everything. It's astonishing to watch. They can't explain it a lick, but they're trying. We're all getting a little better. That's why this is the fastest growing yoga channel on YouTube, because it's about you finding what you can do, especially if you're sore and tired and beaten up and life has kicked your ass up one side and down the other, and you're ready to surrender and get back in the fold. Most people don't come to yoga until they are pretty badly beaten up. Okie doke. We'll come out of that. Now I'm going to counterpose by putting my paws behind me, and I'm just going to thrust my bottom way up. Good. And come on down. All right, drag this leg out. Oof. Ha. I'll tell you, turning 50, it's a son of a gun, but we're going to put it to good use. Jiggling my legs out. Okay, other side. This is the best sequence, just saying. All right, folding my left shin under. Great for anybody that's brand new. You're doing this, lean over to your right, say a couple of prayers, and just kind of hang out. Your likelihood of leaning back is slim to none. Then those who can, lean back a little more. This is why I've got something behind me. I'm being very careful with my pace. If this was 50 years ago, I would just hurtle myself back with immunity and impunity, but a little more self-care, a little more patience. Good. Right here. This hits my G spot. This is what's right for me. I want you to find what's right for you. I want you to get into the shape where your body can be in this general position and lean back a little or a lot. Feels different after a minute, doesn't it? And then 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes. We're developing an LTR with this yoga posture, a long-term relationship. Two more minutes, you can do it. But if you can't, come out and, you know, get some relief if you need it. If you're loving it, I invite you to just keep moving up the scale into higher and higher, more sublime states of joy, bliss, peace, ecstasy, and love. Okay, my friends, exhale all the air out. Use inhale to come up. Plant my paws behind me. Now I'm going to rocket my groins. Going to thrust my pelvis up, chest up, head back. Grind your gears with me. And sink down. Oh boy, so good. Sunday yoga, just different pace, different feel. I really like it. Okay, we're going into like an 8-minute shavasana. That literally means on your back, being a corpse, with blankets, pillows, chloroform soaked eye masks, whatever you need, and I'll do it with you. And now we got, let me do the YouTube analytics, 8 billion people all laying on our back at the same time. And a lot of cats as well. Cats love this kind of yoga, by the way, which should be an indicator. Okay, really, if you're brand new, no more doing stuff. Don't just do something, lie there. On your back. Now you get some you time. No mate, no spouse, no husband, no kids, no co-workers. We love them, but just not all the time. You got to have some you time. That's why they call it euphoria. Good. Jiggle your legs out, unhinge your buttocks, lift your left and right buttock, and unhinge your behind. Jiggle your shoulder blades a couple of times. Get that junk out of your trunk. All right. You can fall asleep if you want. I'll nudge you awake in a couple minutes. If you just happen to be tuning in for the first time ever on YouTube right now, don't ask any questions. Just lie on your back and don't do anything. Just do nothing. Okay, one more minute. Soak it all up. All the good feels, love, light, truth, and wisdom, knowledge and power, bliss is inspiration. Okay, feel yourself back on the earth. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate all that love, light, and truth and well-being through your body. Good, and we'll bring our knees in. We'll roll over to one side for half a minute. Okay, friends around the world and local, we'll sit up together, all well-mannered, poised, and peaceful. Stack up our beautiful spines, bring hands into our heart, humble our brain to our heart. Draw into our common peace. Good, all together around the world, we say, Namaste. You know what I can hear in the background in the offing? A Native American hitting his drum for the what's it called? The fire ceremony. It's called the sweat lodge. I have a sweat lodge in my backyard. It's currently being occupied by a pretty good group of community friends who love to come over once a month for a beautiful sweat lodge. You'll notice that I'm not in it because I'm doing my own thing. You do your thing, we'll do our thing. We'll all do our thing together. Please like and subscribe. You know you feel better now than when you started. You were crabby, aggravated, a little anxious, panties in a bunch, just not good. Now things have chilled out. Feels gooder. Enjoy your beautiful Sunday, unless you're watching this on Thursday. But Looney and I ask that you please like and subscribe, spread yoga around the planet. Bye, YouTubers.